Hello, my dear students. In this power electronic video lessons, we are discussing mainly regarding the importance of power electronic circuits and how the construction of the different power electronic devices will take place and what are the VI characteristics of the different power electronic devices and where we are using these power electronic devices and concern advantages and disadvantages we will discuss. After discussing regarding these devices, we will go for electronic circuits like converters, inverters, and AC voltage controller. It is also called as AC regulator and cyclo converters. Like this, we will discuss of electronic circuits. After discussing these electronic circuits, we will go for drives. So in that, we are using these electronic circuits to control the speed of AC motors and DC motors. So how we are controlling that speed, that we will discuss. And after that we will go for practical applications. Practical applications of these electronic circuits and devices like light dimmer circuit. So where we are controlling the intensity of the light, and we are going to discuss different alarm circuits, theft alarm circuit, battery charging circuit, emergency lamp circuit. So like this practical applications in domestic as well as industry we will discuss. So in this video we will mainly focus on the very important representation ISI symbols of power electronic devices. We will mainly focus on the ISI symbols of power electronic devices. This video lesson will mainly focus on the introduction to the power electronics. So actually, in the previous semester, we have discussed regarding electronics, like the operation of PN junction diode, BJT, bipolar junction transistor, FET, UJT, all these devices we have discussed. The invention of this thyristor family device, like SCR, with the invention of the thyristor family devices, we are having different practical applications where we can control the circuit and we can minimize the consumption of electrical power in such a manner by utilizing in a proper way. So we will discuss what is the importance of electronics, and we are going to see regarding the ISI symbols. ISI symbols of power electronic devices. Then we will switch over to applications of different power electronic devices like applications of SCR, applications of GTO, applications of LASCR, applications of diag, triag. We will discuss in detail in this video lesson. So first of all, we will see regarding what is power electronics and what is importance. Actually, in this, we are mainly focusing on study of electronic circuits where we are converting the energy from one form to other, and we are controlling the operation in the electrical circuit. Power electronics is a study of electronic circuits used to convert and control the flow of electrical power. And it can be described as an area where anything from a few watts to or several thousand watts are controlled by modern semiconductor control elements which consume only few microwatts to milliwatts in most of the area. So in power electronics, we are transferring power from smaller values to higher. For thousands of watts also, we are transferring power from this source end to load end. At the same time, which is consuming very small amount of power while operating the circuit. So which is very very minute. So that can be neglected. That power consumption in operation of the circuit will be neglected. With the invention of these electronic devices, so we got this extra advantage. By utilizing this, we are operating in practical circuits. Now we will switch over to block diagram. Block diagram of power electronic system. Actually, what are the different blocks will be present in power electronic circuit and how we are operating, how we are going to see this block diagram. The block diagram of power electronic circuit mainly consists of a control unit, a digital circuit, a power electronic circuit which is connected to load, and from load we are taking the feedback signal. Feedback signal, and in control unit we are comparing the feedback signal and command prompt, and this command and feedback signal will be controlled in control unit, and concerned error signal will be given to digital circuit. So accordingly a firing angle will be calculated and it is given to the power electronic circuit which is connected to the main source. So accordingly it is feeding the main power source to the load, and this process will continue until the error in control circuit will reduce to zero. So accordingly, it will take feedback signal and the circuit will operate. The digital circuit will calculate the concerned firing angle which is given to power electronic circuits. It may be a different power electronic components like SCR circuit or IGBT circuit or MOSFET circuit, some other. So accordingly requirement we are using the concerned electronic device which is connected to the main source. The main source may be either in the form of alternating current one or a direct current one. So that will be given to a load circuit. So the load may be in the form of AC or DC. So it is a variable load or at a constant load. So accordingly, this circuit will operate. So this is the block diagram of the power electronic system. The main power source may be either AC or DC based on the application. The output of power electronic circuit may be variable AC or DC, or it may be a variable voltage and frequency based on the requirement. It is also known as power electronics conversion circuit. It can be described as a group of electrical and electronic components arranged to form the electrical power from one circuit to another. feedback component measures a parameter of the load and it compares with the command signal. The difference between these two signals through the digital circuits control the instant of turn on of the semiconductor device. The load can be controlled over wide range with the adjustment of command signal. In between Poltronic circuit to load, the filter is added in most of the applications. The filter is necessary to prevent any harmonics generated by converter from being feedback to the mains or from being radiated into space. So while operating with the Poltronic circuits, there will be a chance of generation of harmonic components while the polytronic circuits are operating. So this is not a desirable one. For removing the harmonics which are generated while the circuit in operation, to remove that we are using a filter and the filter will prevent the harmonics which are generated by the converter and if there is any other harmonics which are coming from feedback, so that is also uh, removed in the filter. And coming to the advantages of polytronic systems, the polytronic circuits are having high efficiency as these polytronic circuit components will be having very minimum amount of power loss, very minimum amount of power loss, and the reliability is also very high. Reliability of polytronic converter is also very high. We can once we have given signal to the converter, it will operate and it will give the required output at the load end. So there won't be any mechanical components in the circuits. So because of that, the reliability will be very high. And the long life, these quadratic circuit components will have long life and less maintenance. As there won't be any rotating components present. So because of that, the life will be very high and maintenance will be less due to the absence of moving parts and flexibility in operation, fast dynamic response compared to electromechanical converter system. So this alternate circuit components will provide quick response. Output will be generated in a short time. Dynamic response compared to electromechanical converter systems. So it will take time for producing the output. Because of inertia, they won't move instantaneously. But once we giving trigger signal to the device, it will operate very quickly. The operating time is very minimum, and these are having very small size and less weight. Therefore, the installation cost is minimum. These are the few advantages of powertrain circuits. Along with these advantages, there will be a few disadvantages with polytronic circuits. Now we will discuss the disadvantages of power electronic system. The circuits in power electronic system have a tendency to generate harmonics in the supply system as well as load circuit. So whenever we are operating the electronic circuits, definitely these are generating harmonics, and we are removing these harmonics by using adding filters in series with the circuit elements. AC to DC and AC to AC converters operate at low input power factor under certain operating conditions. So these are operating with the low input power factor in some cases, like converters, where conversion passes from A to AC to DC. In AC regulators, that is from AC to AC, they may operate at lower power factor. Regeneration of power is difficult in powertronic systems. That is, sending power from load end to source end is somewhat difficult in powertronic circuits because most of the powertronic circuit components will operate generally in one mode. This regeneration will be somewhat difficult. It may not be might be possible by using the advanced devices, but it will be somewhat difficult. Powertronic controllers have low overhead capacity. Power electronic controllers have low overhead capacity. These are the few disadvantages. And these powertronic circuit components will have lot of advantages. And now we will discuss the applications of powertronic circuits. Typical powertronic applications include electronic ballasts, high voltage DC transmission systems, power conditioners, UPS systems, power supplies, motor drives, power factor corrections, rectifiers, electric vehicles. So in this, most of the applications, around 70%, we'll discuss in the upcoming video lectures. Uh, the applications of quadrant circuits we'll discuss. With computer systems, telecom products, and electronic customers appliances which require many electronic subsystems. The powertronic industry has become an important topic in the electronic industry and in information technology area. And now we will discuss the abbreviations of various power semiconductor devices. BJT. BJT full form will be bipolar junction transistor. For UJT, it is uni junction transistor. SCR, silicon control rectifier. GTO, gate turn off thyristor. RCT, reverse conducting thyristor. MCT, mass controlled thyristor. Triac, triode for alternating current. Diode, diode on AC. MOSFET, metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. IGBT, insulated bipolar transistor. SIT, SIT, Static induction transistor, SITH, static induction thyristor, IGCT, integrated gate commutated thyristor, and it is also known as gate commutated thyristor, GCT, LTT. It is also called as LASCR, light triggered thyristor, or it is also called as light activated silicon controlled rectifier. So these are the different abbreviations of the power semiconductor devices. Now we will switch over to symbols of power semiconductor devices. We will draw the symbol of different power semiconductor devices. So this is very important as far as our examinations is concerned. So frequently they are asking questions on these symbols. So I request you to note down these symbols along with me. Power diode. Power diode will be having two terminals, anode and cathode, and it is the symbolic representation. So this is P type of layer, N type of layer, and here the symbolic representation is it is allowing only in one direction. The current will be flowing from anode to cathode. Power diode, it is a two-terminal PN junction device. The terminals are mainly anode and cathode. Anode and cathode. The UJT, unijunction transistor. The symbolic representation of UJT will be like this. So it will be having terminals emitter, base 1, base 2. And we are applying the positive voltage at the base, so VBB, and this emitter voltage is a positive. Terminals of emitter, base 1, base 2. Unijunction transistor, it has three terminals, namely emitter, base 1, and base 2. Please note down these symbols, very important for examinations is concerned. So in short questions, they are asking a question like draw the symbols of the following, and in that they will give 2 to 3 symbols. Accordingly, you have to draw the symbols. Very important. Now we will switch over to power BJT. Symbolic representation of transistor and power BJT is almost same. There won't be much change. So here it will be having terminals, emitter, base, collector, and for NPN transistor, so NPN, current is flowing towards emitter. And similarly for PNP transistor, same circuit, same terminals, but the current is direction is towards base. Here the current is from base to emitter, NPN transistor. Next, SCR, silicon controlled rectifier. So this is the symbolic representation of SCR. It's almost like a diode only, but here extra we're having the gate terminal. So which is providing the controlled conduction of the device. Please all of you note down these symbols. Next, GTO. GTO. So in here we are having a problem in reverse bias. In reverse bias, SCR will not be having any control the conduction. So it is normally acting like a PN junction diode only. And one more problem is once the SCR is in triggered, the gate circuit will not having any control in the circuit operation. So to have control in turning on and turning off, we are using GTO. So GTO will be normally like SCR only, three terminals, anode, cathode, gate. But for gate, we are having two currents. So one is to trigger the SCR, another is to turn off the SCR. One is positive gate pulse, another one is negative gate pulse. So this is symbolic representation of GTO. And this IA will be the anode current flowing from anode to cathode. This is gate will be connected like this. MCT, MOS controlled thyristor. In channel, MOS controlled thyristor. Anode cathode gate. This is symbolic representation of MCT. Please note down. Now we will switch over to MOSFET. MOSFET metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. Actually, the switching speed will be lower only, but switching speed is very low. It is a very fast acting switch. So we can conduct in a very less amount of time by using MOSFET. The MOSFET will be represented like this. So it will be having three terminals: source, drain, gate. Source, drain, gate. So these are the terminals of MOSFET. Similar line, IGBT. IGBT, insulated gate bipolar junction transistor. So it is represented like this. It is also having same terminals as like MOSFET, source, drain, gate. Okay, note down the symbols. The device IGBT will be made with the with considering the advantages of MOSFET and power BJT. Please note down the symbols. As MOSFET will be having high input impedance and the power BJT will be having low on-state switching losses, low on-state voltage drop. By considering these two advantages, the IGBT has been designed, and the substrate in MOSFET will be replaced with P type of material in IGBT. So a similar construction, IGBT as like MOSFET. Okay, now we'll switch over to next one. RCT. RCT is also called as reverse conducting thyristor. So the symbolic representation is like this: anode, cathode, gate. It can also be represented like this: the reverse conducting thyristor. The power semiconductor device is similar to this power semiconductor device is similar to SCR. In addition to that, it can conduct current from cathode to anode too. Actually, in SCR, generally the conduction is only in one way from anode to cathode in SCR. But in gate, but in the conduction is with respect to gate signal. Forward bias, the RCT is acting like normal SCR only. But another extra feature which is present in RCT is it can also conduct from cathode to anode. So it will conduct in both the directions. Conduction from anode to cathode is one mode. Another mode is conducting from cathode to anode. Anode to cathode, mode 1. Cathode to anode, mode 2. So in these two modes, the RCT will be operating. Please all of you note down these symbols. Very, very, very important. Definitely it will come in the examinations. Symbols of power diode and UJT. Symbols of power BJT and SCR. Silicon control rectifier. We will discuss regarding the construction and working of these devices in the next classes in detail. At the moment, you remember the symbolic representation. Symbolic representation of the device. GTO and MCT, MOSFET and IGBT, RCT. So these symbols we are using in complex Quadratic circuits. So the symbol represents the connection of concerned device which is present in the circuit. So while drawing the electrical connection diagram, we are using these symbols for the concerned devices. Please try to remember, which are very, very, very important in the examination point of view also. And the next one is LTT. LTT is also like SCR. It is having three terminals: anode, cathode, gate, and the triggering of LEACR will be with respect to light. So when the light rays will fall on the notch which is provided on LEACR, in that case the SCR will trigger and conduction from anode to cathode takes place. Normal SCR, whenever we are providing the gate signal, once anode to cathode voltage is applied, and when we apply gate signal, then the SCR will conduct. Only change is the triggering is with respect to light. The light is incident and on notch of LTT. The device will conduct. LTT or LASCR, light triggered thyristor. It is similar to SCR except that instead of applying voltage to the gate terminal, by applying light to the notch provided on the device, you can trigger it. The type of conduction will be the change with respect to SCR and LASCR. Note down the circuit symbol. LASR symbolic representation, ISA symbolic representation. Note down. Next one is triac. Triac, triode for alternating current. So it is a five-layer device. It has three terminals: terminal 1, terminal 2, and gate. It is almost like SCR, but it will conduct in both the directions. For terminal 1 to terminal 2 and terminal 2 to terminal 1 when the gate is applied. When the voltage is applied across the gate, it will conduct the device. It will conduct in both the directions, from forward bias and reverse bias. So it will be having more advantages compared to SCR when it is operating with alternating current supplies. Note down the symbolic representation track. Next one is diode. Diode on AC. So in the first we have seen diode is a two terminals anode and cathode. That is a unidirectional device conducting conduction from anode to cathode. So in this diode, actually we have to represent with the terminals MT1 and MT2 because conduction takes place from anode to cathode and cathode to anode. So please you try to write the terminals MT1 and MT2 instead of anode and cathode. Please correct this while drawing the connection symbol representation. Instead of anode and cathode, you write MT1 and MT2. Okay. Now we will discuss the applications of power electronic devices. In that, first we will discuss the applications of SCR. The silicon control rectifier is mainly used in AC voltage stabilizers. It is used as a switch. It is used in choppers, inverters, and for power control circuits and in DC circuit breakers. Almost all electronic applications will be having the SCR applications. So it is providing a huge amount of control in power circuits and also reduction of amount of electrical power while conversion process. Next, applications of GTO SCR, gate turn off thyristor. GTO, gate turn off thyristor. It is used in inverters, DC drives, AC drives. It is used in traction applications because of lower weight, as it is not having any commutation circuits. That's why low weight is low. It is used in high performance drive systems such as a field-oriented control scheme, which is used in rolling mills, robotics, and machine tools, etc. Applications of DIAC. DIAC will be mainly used in light dimmer circuit to trigger the track. It is used in heat control circuit. It is used as a speed control of a universal motor. DIAC can be used with track in series combination for triggering. So there will be RC circuit for triggering triac, and in this circuit, along with the RC, DIAC will be connected in gate circuit of the triac. Now applications of triac. Triac will be mainly used in control circuits. It is used in high power lamp switching. It is used in AC power control circuits. Applications of IGBT. IGBT is used in AC and DC motor drives. It is used in UPS. It is used in SMPS. It is used in combination with MOSFET with high current and low saturation voltage of bipolar transistors. It is used in traction motor control and induction heating. It is used in inverters. IGBT is used to combine an isolated gate FET for the control input and a bipolar power transistor as a switch in single device. Applications of LASCR, light activated silicon control rectifier. The light activated silicon control rectifier is used in high voltage and high current applications. The LASCR is used in HVDC transmission and VAR compensation. It is used in light activated flash units, logic circuits, etc. It is used in alarm circuits. The LASCR is used in large computer applications. In this video lesson, we have mainly discussed regarding the introduction to electronics. It mainly deals with an efficient conversion and flexible control of electrical power for various applications. And the Poltronic system offer the most cost-effective means of transmitting the power from one place to another. And this Poltronics deals with the conversion of electric power by a wave shaping of voltage, current, or both using fast switching power semiconductor devices. The control techniques requires the switching on and switching off of these devices. And we have seen regarding the ISI symbols of Poltronic devices, very important as per examinations is concerned. So they will ask us to draw the ISI symbol of Poltronic different devices. And in the last, we have discussed the applications of different power training devices like SCR, GTO, DIAC, TRIAC, LAACR, etc. So we will attempt a quiz on this topic which we have discussed till now. Silicon control rectifier is a option A unijunction device, option B device with three junctions, option C device with four junctions, device option D none of the above. So answer is it is a device with three junctions, option B. A thyristor is basically first option PNPN device, second one a combination of diac and triac, third one a set of SCR, fourth one a set of SCR, diac and triac. Actually, thyristor is a PNPN device. It may be SCR, diac, triac, or some other one, MOSFET, IGBT. It is a PNPN device. Option 1. Which semiconductor power device out of the following is not a current trigger device? Option 1 thyristor, option 2 triac, option 3 GTO, option 4 MOSFET. Actually, first three are current control device and MOSFET is voltage control device. So option 4 current driven devices. Current driven device is a device that requires constant current drive for a period of time in order to initiate or remain in conduction. So till now we have discussed regarding importance of powertronics, AVS symbols, applications of powertronic devices, and we have attempted a small quiz on this. So if you have any questions in this today's video lesson, you can ask. You are free to ask, or you can give your valuable suggestions to improve the lecture, or you can put that questions in comment box so that we will discuss in the next video lesson. Thank you all of you for your patient listening throughout the video lesson. Thank you all of you.